Okay, well, I'm back. I didn't realize it had stopped recording, so I'm sorry if I kind of got lost there for a little while. But more color is being added currently, still, and I'm starting to add some color into the background that's just going to echo some of the tones found already in the people, so that it makes sense to the eye and the people look like they're a part of the environment, so it's not too distracting. Now, when it comes to some contrasting notes, I like to use colors kind of like the sienna brown. I don't know if you can see the color clearly here, but when it's on paper, it's like a more intense neutral, where you can use it in a lot of variety without calling for too much attention. So I love to use this in carpets, cushions, things like that, just because it will make sense. It won't be too intense, but at the same time, it'll provide some interest, some contrast, and it'll give the eye something to focus on without being too loud. So I'm going to use this for some cushions here, just to give our little scene some a little bit more pop at the moment. We'll go back in with some more intense tones in a little bit. But I like to start with the neutrals and go bolder the further I go. Because you can usually go over a neutral with something else if you want it to be more intense or more saturated. But you really can't go over a super bright red generally and tone it down a whole heck of a lot, depending on what you're doing. Alright, let's see here. I am also going to use this tone for this girl's pants, because to have it on the opposite side of the room will give the brain some symmetry there. So it'll give you just a sense that it belongs in the scene. I really try not to use a color in only one place in a drawing, just because your brain actually craves a little bit of that symmetry. It doesn't understand a one-off as well. Alright. Okay. Now we have her partially clothed. Oh, wait. Totally forgot. Sometimes I'll realize a little bit belatedly the fact that I've given somebody a crop top or something, so there's some skin I need to cover later on. Thankfully, it's easy enough to go back in and do that. Or change the wardrobe. I've done that a lot in the past, too. Comes in handy to have a fashion design degree. You can invent a lot of what happens, and